As you look back at the 15 years or so, the history of Mumsnet and the topic we're talking about today, flexible working, how does the experience of one inform your view on the other?
Well, I think Mumsnet was partly founded because of a desire on my front to create a family-friendly environment. I'd previously worked in investment banking and in football journalism, neither of which I can report had particularly, forward-looking policies around families. And in particular, I saw people who had kids who had to pretend their kids didn't exist really to get on. And I wanted to recognise an essential truth with Mumsnet, which is really parents put their children first and work second. And when you do that, you start, I think, getting a different kind of culture where people feel sort of able to be honest about what they want from their working environment and the flexibility they need. And that actually creates a much healthier environment, and you end up with really very loyal, flexible staff in return.
You raised 3 challenges here, didn't you? What do you want to see businesses do?
Well, there are a number of things, but I think the 3 that we think are front and centre here is, number 1, getting across to middle managers, to line managers, an understanding of their policies and an understanding of the sort of need for flexibility that all employees have, actually, not just parents, that in this modern world that people want to be able to work flexibly, and when you go around with a computer in your hand, namely a smartphone, you can often work flexibly. The days of 9 to 5 are over, so really putting into place a culture by ensuring that there are practices in place to continually be honest and transparent about what the firm requires and what the employees require, and meeting somewhere in the middle, hopefully. So that's number 1. Number 2, I think we wanted to raise the issue of better paternity leave. Our surveys show that dads are really using annual leave to take time off to be with newborns. All the evidence shows that if fathers spend more time with newborns, they're more involved in those children's lives going forward, which is better for family life and certainly better for working mothers, who then don't end up picking the entire responsibility up around their children, which becomes a bit of a glass ceiling for them, we found. And the third thing
was for the CBI itself.
Yes, was a challenge for the CBI to actually promote the advantages, of which we think are many and varied, of flexible working to business, both in terms of staff retention, in terms of getting flexibility back from your staff, in terms of productivity from your staff, and also from your customers. I think what we've shown is Mumsnetters really value companies that are family friendly in their policies, both towards themselves and to their employees. So it's good for business in many ways, and we'd love employers and the CBI especially to really be putting forward the positive case for flexibility.